trying to wrap up today. We actually sitting out here in the middle of the eclipse. We're a little off the path, so I don't know if we're going to get a total blackout or not. It's already pretty dark and you can't tell it through the phone, but on top of that, we have 80% chance of rain here in about an hour. Just got some tornado warnings issued for the rest of the evening, so we probably gonna wrap this thing up for the time being. We just jumped over to another property right next door and hauled them a couple loads of dirt, built a couple of greenhouse pads for them, got that knocked out pretty quick. Just went back over there to get a quick video of that. See where Matt's over here, but I'm gonna try to get us some shots of the pond and the driveway real quick. Just got back from a little trip to Kentucky and Tennessee to Cades Cove, and Matt worked. He went and did a mobile home pad on Thursday. He went and did a little shop pad and driveway for another customer last week as well while I was gone. And then Friday he came out here and got a bunch of this mud and stuff moved. Got it all pretty wrapped up. So we're ready for rain. Pond's done. Driveway's 90% done. But we're gonna try to let this weather pass through. Let's see if we can get in here a little later in the week and get some rock put down. I'm gonna try to get y'all some quick shots of the pond where we're at so far with it all. Looking really good. Pond shaped up really nice. Could be a really cool little pond. Just kind of what that we like to do, man. It's about an acre in size, got plenty of depth to it, and a lot of shape. So we like to do that because it gives you something to fish at instead of just being a big round pond. So let me jump out here and get you some shots, and we will try to get shut down before this bad weather really moves in on us, and we'll holler at you later. Man, just look at those clouds. Look at the trees. There's no movement. I don't know if you guys remember on day one or not, but this area right here is where we started cutting out the pond, and this was just complete, unusable, just sloppy material. But the water that's in it right now doesn't quite do it justice. You can't really see the full shapes of it, but when it comes up another, probably you can see right there on the levee, it's still got at least 6 feet of freeboard, 8 feet of freeboard to come up. So once it does that, man, you're really gonna see the size of this thing. There's a pretty big, pretty sharp point right there. We got another point right there, a point there, and there's another point split nose that I added to just to give it a little extra shape on those sides. But let me continue to go around here and show y'all how this thing is really cleaned up for us. So I'm shooting this on my iPhone, and you really can't see the eclipse behind us because it's making everything so bright. But I'd say, you know, it looks like we're 30 minutes to dusk. I mean, it's pretty dark out here, but this pond is looking great. But it is sure enough been a battle working with this material. But now, you know, some of this stuff right out through here, you know, we could barely put it out with a dozer. Now you can drive a vehicle across all of it. Let me turn you around here and give you a shot from another angle. So we're still gonna reach down right there. That was that divider. And we're gonna take that little piece out. Matt's already kind of got most of that one out, but I might leave it and just kind of like it because that'll give you some structure underwater for those fish to hang out on. I mean, I could definitely see some bass or whatever kind of hanging tight to that stuff. But again, you can see where it kind of bends in. You can see there's a little knoll right there. You can see where that other side over there kind of splits over there. And that's back where I was just at with my truck. But see, we opened up the trees. Hear a little thunder behind me. Problem is, those clouds aren't moving. So once the rain and stuff sets in, it ain't gonna move very fast. You know, I don't know if y'all remember me talking or not about, you know, taking some of this material out with the excavator, even though it's still a little muddy, but it gives us a chance to work it. And as long as you got some dry weather coming behind it, I mean, you can see, you can make this stuff work without losing time. And as many ponds as we build, we have to do it or we would never get them done. So here's another shot from the point, but you can see I kind of like this little ridge right here. It'll be 5 or 6 feet underwater, and those fish can kind of swim around this thing, but also I can definitely see them kind of hanging out across that. And you can see that those little bends over there. I really like that as well. Let's keep moving on around, work my way back to the truck. I'm actually I'm still pretty good ways up above the water, but I'm actually walking where the water would be at the moment. So I mean, it's gonna come all the way up into here and work its way around. So still plenty of water it can hold. I don't know if you can see it right through here or not, but see that shape of that point? And it kind of wraps in, then another little point, little hump, and then a little cove, and then another hump. And then we got this little hump up here. You can kind of see, instead of this thing just being all flat, kind of boring, we like to add a lot of contour to the water, a lot of contour to the land that surrounds it too. Just try to provide as much character and aesthetic as possible. And we like to think that's what separates us from our competitors. You see a lot of guys just come in here and just build some square pond or a round pond. We build them for fish, for habitat, for aesthetic. And I just saw some lightning right through there, so I'm trying to get on around this pond pretty quick. Again, here's another angle for us to look at. Got a little cove in there. Yeah, see, I was walking up there. Still plenty of room for water where this thing divides, but one little shape we added to it that I really like is right here. This little hump. Can't really see it too well. We put a little hump in there so you'll kind of mow up and over. That'll help feed some of that water down there to it. Try to get down a little lower so you can see the angle of that there. Another shot, you can see those shapes of those hills and those contours there. Yeah, the old pond's coming along nicely. Well, I mean, I say it's done. Got a little bit more dress work. We'll pile up these pile of brush right here, put them all in this big pile. A little bit more cleanup work. Put some rock down. It'll be on